So last year, if you all remember, me and Stern, we did the upcoming Marvel projects ranked and just really our general ranking of how hyped we are for each thing. But now here we are halfway through 2021, and my hype's kind of different. I'm not gonna lie. We've gotten new trailers, sneak peeks, teasers, and just things that just generally shift the scale of what I'm hyped for and what I'm not excited for. So I'm just gonna rank the things that I'm hyped for that are coming out in 2021. So let's get right into that. Coming in at number 8 is Hawkeye. Now, Hawkeye, it's at the bottom just because we pretty much know nothing about the show on Disney+. We know that it's going to follow Kate Bishop. We got the casting for Kate Bishop. But I don't know, I'm just not that excited, and I don't really care about Kate Bishop. I think Hawkeye's story was fine where they left it in Endgame. But I mean, if they want to continue, that's cool. We don't really have a lot to base our opinions on. So, and I really have no other place to pop it but at the bottom because, what is there to even get excited about? Coming in at number 7 is Miss Marvel. Now, I'm actually a fan of the Miss Marvel character, but I am really not that excited for this show. And the main reason I'm not excited is because of the fact that they casted a high school girl, Iman Vellani, who's never acted in her life. This was her first role, ever. Then she gets to be a big main Marvel actor starring in her own TV show. And that doesn't really sit well with me because, kid actors generally suck. I'm pretty sure it's just true that kid actors just suck. Then they got someone who's never acted before starring in a Marvel movie, not even a movie, a TV show, her own TV show. That's like if I was taking acting classes in high school and then Kevin Feige hit me up and say, yo, you're going to be Miles Morales. I can't really be excited for this because I don't believe that she's going to have the experience to really carry the performance good. So, as sad as it is to say, I do like Miss Marvel, the character, but I'm not excited for the show. Coming in at number 6 is What If. Now, What If does sound interesting because, Marvel does do a lot of, animated stuff, but not really, MCU animated stuff. And it's just a really cool premise to see, what are these scenarios that they could come up with. I mean, it's going to be, a nice break from the MCU. It's just going to be something non-canon to just sit down and enjoy. And I haven't seen the episodes because I'm pretty sure all the episodes are, out there, as in, what they're going to be. I haven't seen those, so I can still speculate. But I am just kind of a little excited just to see what are they going to do with these scenarios and if it's going to be an enjoyable thing. But What If isn't too high on my hype list just because, it's something that doesn't really matter. It's not going to continue the story, but it is just going to be something good to have to just watch while you just wait in between the next big releases. Coming in at number 5 is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, we did recently get the trailer for this, and the trailer was okay. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a bad trailer, but it was a pretty mediocre trailer. One thing that I'll say is that it is definitely unique. Nothing that Marvel has done before for the MCU has really come close to what Shang-Chi is doing. And that's what the thing I noticed your face for, is that they're taking a lot of big risks and doing things uniquely different. But Shang-Chi, I don't know, we don't have much to go into that one teaser. It was just a standard teaser, you get some cool action, some MCU jokes. But I don't know, Shang-Chi's not a character I know much about, but the teaser trailer was pretty cool and interesting, so I am a little excited for it, but I just want to see more things of Shang-Chi, because originally I didn't care at all about Shang-Chi. But that teaser did get me a little invested, so I am kind of excited to see where it goes. Well, like I said, we don't really have a lot to base it on except for that teaser trailer. And it was an alright teaser trailer, like I said, but I don't know, it wasn't enough to get me super hyped and advocated for the movie. But it did put it on my radar, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for Shang-Chi and anything else that comes out of it. Coming in at number 4 is Black Widow. Now, Black Widow is the movie that we've all been waiting for forever. This movie was supposed to come out last year, early last year. But now, it's coming out next month at the time of me recording this. And Black Widow's never really been a movie I'm super excited for. But now that's just been delayed. Just we've got so many teasers and final trailers and posters and sneak peek clips. I just want the movie to come out so we can all watch it and know whether our wait was worth it or not. The movie does seem like it's going to be pretty enjoyable from the trailer, and I have high hopes for Taskmaster being one of the best villains or coolest villains in the MCU. But I mean, it's just Black Widow to me. Like, it's not something huge like Avengers Endgame that I have to see. But it is going to be like the first real Marvel movie that we've had since like Far From Home, if I'm not mistaken. I just hope the movie is really good so we can know that you've been waiting a year for this. Like, I just want it to be all worth it, you know. If pandemics and stuff never happened, we would have gotten this movie 3 times by now. They've shifted the release dates so much, and it's so sad. It's gonna be so sad if the movie just turned out to be super bad. But the movie's almost here. I'm really just excited for it. I just want to get my hands on it to know if it was worth the wait. And honestly, it's Black Widow. She kind of does deserve her own movie. It's kind of weird that they're doing it after she's dead, so it's just another prequel. But I mean, she's getting her own movie regardless, and I just hope it's good. Kicking off the top 3, number 3 is going to be Loki. Now, Loki, I'm pretty sure it was like my number 1 or number 2 on like how hyped I was for it. But like Loki, it looks pretty good, but the most recent trailer that we got, I mean, it was just not a very good trailer. It came out out of nowhere on like, I think it was like a Monday or something. So just a completely random trailer, didn't you really get time to get hyped for it and pump yourself up. And the trailer, it was just kind of mediocre. It didn't really tell you what the show was about. The first like trailer that we got, that was an amazing trailer. But the newer one, like, if the show's gonna feel like that, I mean, I don't see it being that great of a show, which is sad because Loki was my like number 1 hype, and it would still be at number 1 if it was not for that last trailer. That last trailer really just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. But basing off the trailers that came before it, Loki does look like it's going to be a fun, wacky, time-hopping ride. It is sad that we can remove all that chemistry that Loki and Thor built over the course of Ragnarok and just pretty much Ragnarok. But I don't know, I think it's going to be interesting to see them kind of maybe rebuild that and kind of build like a new Loki. But it is a cool premise that he's going to be like hopping around in time to kind of like pay off his prison sentence or whatever they're going to have him doing. So the show has like a really cool premise. I just hope they can deliver on it. And it's kind of sad to say because this is the one that I had the most faith in, but that last trailer, I'm telling you, that last trailer was not very good. But hopefully it was just an example of just one bad apple, because they didn't really market the trailer, so it was early in the morning, so you just kind of woke up, watched the trailer, and was like, oh cool, and then you go back to bed. But look, it is at my number 3 still. I am super excited for it, but now I'm just a little bit worried that the show might not be as good as I intend or as I expect. But hey, I mean, I have faith for it still. Coming in at the number 2 spot is Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, at this point, there have been so many rumors, leaked images, casting, releases, just who's going to be in the movie, who's not going to be in the movie, what's happening in the movie, where they're going in the movie. There's just been so much rumor and stuff that we honestly just have no idea what the film's going to be about. Like, we do leave off of Far From Home, where like, yeah, the world knows his identity, we know he's going to like have to go in hiding or something. But there's just been so much rumor and just like false noise generated by MCU fans of this movie that honestly, no matter what they release, it's going to be disappointing to most people. But honestly, I think that's the fun of it, just to see like when we get in the theater and be like, dang, this is nothing at all like the rumors. There's no Spider-Man, there's no Doctor Strange, there's no Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, there's no Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. It's literally just a completely different movie than we all expect. And that would be funny and just kind of like show us why you shouldn't just like over generate leaks and stuff. But the rumors are kind of like part of the hype of the movie. But Spider-Man Far From Home, I really just am super excited to see where they go with Tom Holland's Spider-Man trilogy. I mean, so far I think he is the best Spider-Man, and his movies are like the most consistently good. I know some people say Sam Raimi, but hey, I'm not a big fan of Sam Raimi's, but all respect to you. But Tom Holland's, they really just are in a unique position that I haven't really seen with Spider-Man. I mean, I don't read comics and watch the animated shows. I'm kind of a Spider-Man casual, but I really am excited to see what they are going to do with the whole world thinking that Spider-Man is the bad guy and that Mysterio is the good guy. And if the leaks are true, this is supposedly supposed to be some dimension hopping thing with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Electro, Doc Ock from Sam Raimi's movie. Just so many things and just people and places are supposedly going to be in this movie that it's honestly not even going to be a surprise when like it comes out completely different than to how we all expect it to be. But it is my number 2 most hyped Marvel release, and I hope it's not the end of Tom Holland's Spider-Man trilogy. I mean, there's no way it can be the end considering how much money these movies make. But I'm just really excited to see how this Spider-Man trilogy is going to stack up to the other Spider-Man trilogies that we have. Now, coming in at number 1, surprise to me, is Eternals. Now, I don't know if you all know, but originally, in the beginning, I was an Eternals hater. I was like, oh, who's going to care about this movie? They have such a huge cast, nobody's going to care, it doesn't even matter. But these teaser trailers and trailers that we have seen just have gotten me so excited for this movie. Like, it's going to be something completely tonally and visually stunning and different for the MCU. This movie looks so unique and just interesting. It's going to be like a huge, like decade-spanning drama with just these immortal beings, and it just looks so cool. And this movie has like a huge cast, like Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie, Kit Harington. Just so many like high level actors are going to be in this movie, and it looks so different. Like, this is one of those movies that really does like break the MCU formula. And I hope this movie looks like this is gonna be one of those ones where people are like, oh yeah, this is cinema. Because like most Marvel movies, like, yeah, they stick to the formula, they don't really try and branch out and do anything special. But Eternals looks like it's just gonna completely disregard that, like break the wheel, break out of the box, and just like go just innovative. Like, this movie really does look innovative for Marvel. And I really am super excited for it. Like, I think this movie is going to be just fantastic. And we really have barely seen anything of it except for like one teaser trailer and then like a kind of full-length trailer. The movie's coming out 2 days before my birthday too, but it sucks that we have to wait all the way before November for it. But honestly, it's like, considering from how this movie looks so far, it's probably going to be worth the wait because Eternals, it just looks so good. Like, Eternals is like the biggest comeback. It's gone from being my least excited Marvel product just to like, this is the movie that I wish I could just go to theaters and just see tomorrow. And hopefully we will be able to see it in theaters by then, because this is a movie that I really do want to experience in theaters. So in like 5 years from now, I can be like, yo, I was there for Eternals. That movie was great. Thank you guys for watching my ranking of all the upcoming 2021 Marvel products, just releases, whatever. Yeah, I mean, my list really has changed, and I'm glad for it, because it means, like, I mean, these movies now have, like, a chance. Like, we've gotten to see these trailers, some just promotional things, just to really get these movies, like, to get excited for. My list really has shifted with stuff like Eternals being at the top and Black Widow like being lower on the list. But it's good. I really am excited for pretty much all the stuff Marvel's coming out with. But like, man, I just can't wait we're getting a lot of content this year. We've already got a pretty decent amount of content. Loki is literally coming out in 8 days from the time of me recording this. So I'm just excited. Comment down below what are your rankings, or just what things you're excited for in 2021 from Marvel. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to help us get to those 50 subs, and I'll see you guys next time.